Hey, what's up, guys? This is my second time trying to do this thing. I gotta make sure my mic is on. So this is the second time. Da 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 here. Anywho, I just want to before we start the show, I want to talk about a couple of booktubers. I've been checking out already Overbooked. Great channel, great guy. I like his videos. Goes in depth on some books, different challenges and stuff like that. I have a link on the bottom of my description. Go check him out. Check out his videos. Show him some love. Hit that like. Hit that sub. I have a bunch of other dudes that like other booktubers. Check them out too. You know, just trying to share this booktuber community. I feel like sometimes these giant booktubers, they don't show too much love to all these other booktubers that are trying to get out there. And the more likes and the more subs and the more comments, the more YouTube pushes that out to everyone. So let's share the love. Hit that like, hit that sub. So what this whole video is going to be is already overbooked. Had mentioned a challenge that he had done. He had gone and took $20, took it to the bookstore, and they picked out two books for him, or as many books as they could that equal $20. And so he had pushed out that challenge to some other booktubers, and I was on there. So I am answering that call. I took $20 to Barnes and Noble, and instead of I asked them specifically to pick school age books because I'm trying to build our school's library a little bit so that kids could get into different kind of fantasy books. That's like a whole other video. I want to talk about how hard it is that kids at this time of age to read or to like to read. It's very difficult for them, and the more that we can help, the more the better. But that's another whole nother video. I gave him $20. I said $20. Don't worry about the tax. I'm not gonna. If it goes over, it goes over. So the first book, the two books they picked, I've already picked. I've already read before, and they're really good books, and I think my kids are gonna enjoy it. I think your guys, if you have kids, I think they'll enjoy it too. With the first book, we have Neil Gaiman's Graveyard Book. This book, if you like the Jungle Book, you're gonna love this book because this is like the Jungle Book, but instead of a jungle, it's a graveyard. Instead of him being raised by wolves, he's raised by ghosts. And instead of his family being killed by a tiger, he's actually killed by a psycho murderer, and he comes back after him. This book is great. Neil Gaiman, you can't go wrong. The guy is a legend. Sandman, Good Omens, American Gods, Neverwhere. This guy, he's just top of the food chain. Great guy. Even he's getting a little older. I still love his books. Check this out. Won a bunch of awards. Real quickly too, if you're working with kids and you're trying to have paperbacks and you're trying to keep them in kind of not perfect condition, but somewhat, what I do is I put tape right here on the edges. Like I put a packing tape. I don't know if you guys can see at the very edge here. Go like this, and on the back here. Sometimes I do the spine, and what it does is it helps you the kids not to bend these corners, because that's the first thing these kids ever do in these books is the corners just bend. They destroy these books. They don't do it on purpose. They're just kids, but that's a great way of keeping them so that they can keep using them over and over again to other people. So Neil Gaiman, Graveyard Book. The first book, this was $10.99, so $11 here. We're not going to do tax, so $11. The second book is a classic, The Book of Three by Lloyd Alexander. This is a classic book. This has been around a long time. I read this maybe 10 years ago. It's like a book series of like 5 books. Great for getting the kids into fantasy. And it's about this character, our main character. He's been charged to take care of this pig, and he wants to do better and more heroic stuff. But he's depressed, not depressed, but he's like, man, I'm stuck watching this pig. The pig gets away. He has to go find the pig, taking him to all these different adventures. Gets into a lot of trouble. A bunch of bad guys running around. He has to deal with them. So this is a great book. If you're looking to get your kids into fantasy, this is the book to go. Really great series and not too thick. I think it's like maybe 200 pages, I think. That's another thing. Kids hate if you show them a big book, they're not gonna. They kind of disaway from it. So sorry for the reflection, but this book is great. Check it out. And then I picked this other one up. I wanted to read because it's like Halloween season. The Barnes and Noble Book of the Month. the Bellwood Games. Great fall book. It really has that fall feeling. It is kind of like a Halloween book because the game itself happens on Halloween, where they pick some kid. He runs around the forest. The other kids run after him, trying to get him. They're pretending to be ghosts. There's some other kid that have been lost that they never found, and so that's like a big mystery. What's going on? So great book here. I'm not that far into it, and it's already going to be Halloween tomorrow. I'm recording this on Wednesday, and I thought it was a beautiful book, and just to get that fall sense of feeling. So that's there. This is not part of the $20 because I believe this one was $9, so we're going $20 on the dot, no tax. All right, so good stuff here. Other things happening. I'm stuck on Fury of the Gods. I feel like this book is taking me forever to get through. I know people love it. I love the first book, breeze through it. I love the second book, and then the third book. I don't know if I'm just like, Viking out. I'm just tired of it. I don't know. It's not a bad book. It's just I feel like I can't get past. Like I'm 300 pages in, and I'm like I can't even hit that 400. I should already be done. I should get books done in a week. And maybe I'm just tired this week. I don't know. I just can't. I feel like, man, I gotta read this. I gotta get this over with. So I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish this trilogy. It's not a bad book. I'm not saying it's a bad book. It's just taking me a long time to get through it, and then that should end my October reads. I'll do another video about that, what I read, and then maybe another video with some November stuff. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Go hit up those YouTubers, those booktubers. Show them some love. Already overbooked. I love your stuff, bro. You always comment with you back, likes my videos. I always like his videos. Great guy. And other than that, I'll catch you guys later. Hit the like, hit the sub. Leave a comment below if I'm crazy. If you've already read Fury of the Gods, Jesus Christ, Fury of the Gods, and if you're enjoying it, and also leave a comment below if your kids are into reading physical books. We have a lot of kids at our school that read like different on their laptops, different programs that have books. If you're like instilling that into their kids to, hey, we're gonna go to the bookstore, we're gonna go pick up some books. I'm actually really curious about that. Other than that, I already went over 5 minutes. That's already about 7 minutes in. Hit the like, hit the sub. Catch you guys later. Peace.